I'm just gonna be explaining a little bit of what I did here. This is an old project I already got done with. In front of me is phone, and I am doing some. I wanna make it look clean. But that, I think, yeah, that's phone, and I'm coming in on the same attachment, or I want it to be on the same attachment because it looks cleaner. I've seen some guys, they just drill underneath of it like 6 inches and keep going. They don't want to take the time to do this transfer, which basically means taking that off, that dead end. And here I put the chain above because for me it's out of my way, out of whatever I'm doing, so I put it up there. Some people would say like, oh, why don't you use a pull strap, it's safer, and you probably should. I just use, as long as I'm not pinching anything, I just use the chain itself. One less step, to each their own. I'm not here to tell you my way is the best way. That's the little mule chain hoist, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it's called the little mule. I love those chain hoists. Those are the best chain hoists I've ever used. I got some other ones, but those are the best. And then I got a little mule grip. And so right here, what I do is just grab some relieve tension off of the pole, off of that dead end, which that dead end meaning that preform, because I'm gonna undo it. Well, actually, no, I'm wrong. Yeah, all I did was, to make it quick, was I hit it with the impact. Now that I'm remembering, I hit it with an impact, and I just took off that frame, and I put on a bigger frame because I'm gonna go for in the back. I'm gonna put a frame in the back, so I'm able to run strand through it. So it's gonna be all just one frame, and it looks, to me, your work looks cleaner, and it's how it should look and how it should be done. Because I don't think they have permits. They already have that permitted for one attachment. So I had to fix some other guys and stuff. He went ahead. He didn't want to touch any of the phone stuff. He just went ahead and drilled underneath 6 inches, and then just said it's all good. And it looks horrible, man. It looks horrible, and it's not from what I understand, from what the customer said. He's like, that's not code, man. Take it off and make it right. So that's what I did. I had to fix a bunch of stuff that another person just went in there and did. Just why they do that? Just because it's faster. When you're having to come do these transfers, sometimes it just takes longer. It could be annoying, but right here, see, I have a bigger frame right there, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and have that frame go on the other side, because I am following neutral power above, and so that's why, because this is a dead end, but like I said, I want to follow neutral, which is power. They're the boss. So I want to follow wherever they're attached. If they were in the inside, I would make that an inside frame. But right there, I'm checking. I'm like, yep, it's on the outside. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my frame on the outside and leave this as a dead end, obviously. But if neutral line was in the front, like where that ram's head is at, I would put a frame there, and then hopefully the opportunity shows itself, so I could make another video of how to frame that. But you want to make your stuff look clean. I've always taught like this. Always one attachment for almost everything you can. That way your work looks clean. And also the customers that hire me to do this, they want it to look, they don't want multiple frames on there. It doesn't look good, and they're not permitted for that. And then here, obviously, just release the tension. But look, boom, simple. But sometimes when you look at that, it looks like more complicated than it is, because you see a bunch of wires and stuff like that. So don't ever feel intimidated when you're looking at something, from the ground. Sometimes you're just like, oh man, it's gonna take so long, blah blah blah, and all this stuff. But when you get up there, you see that it's less work than what you actually were thinking in your head. You know, obviously there, if you need to move some of those drops around, you get paid for that. From what I understand, like I charged for that for 2 drops. I think it was a certain amount of money, but everything pays. But also, again, your job, it just looks cleaner. You know, then I just slapped the frame on there, boom, and then, you know, you just keep going. But that was nice and easy. Just throw on the chain, you know, suck it up a little bit. I would use my rope. You know, I don't want to. Sometimes, see right there, I just use my rope and my my hand line, you know, my clip. That way I can bring up the 3/8 strand. You know, make sure no cars coming. I told my grandma, hey, dude, you know, keep an eye on cars. He knows that, hey, I'm gonna rip it up in the air, and so he has to check that that's all gonna be good. Use the sticks to get it above where it needs to get. You know, sticks are you should always have sticks on your truck. But yeah, man, I just rip it up. You know, some people would go all the way down on the ground and grab it. I was always taught to like use your hand line, you know, or the guy can throw things up. Obviously here, just be careful. I am above, so I can see if cars are coming or not, and so, you know, I just rip it up. Not a big deal. You know, and I'm never gonna claim that I'm the fastest. You know, some people would be like, I would have been done with that, you know, 2 years ago already. But it was, you know, I'm not the fastest dude. That, you know, there's times where you can be fast when you're dealing with in neighborhoods and like people around, and like just safety, you know, for me is always best. Here I'm making sure that the clamp's gonna slide. I don't know why. Well, I guess because there I'm gonna try to suck it up, obviously, as much as I can. So it has to be able to move and stuff. But yeah, man, I mean, with time, speed will come. Just be safe. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to get home, and you don't want to. I'm not gonna get rich, you know. So I just try to do a good job. I'm a small business owner, so everything I touch, I'm in charge for. I'm liable for. So I just make sure that I don't damage anything. Everything I try to do, I do a good job to the best of my ability on everything. So, you know, like I said, some people say like, oh man, it take too long, but it is what it is, man. I want to make sure that it looks good and that I'm doing it safe, you know. And some of the stuff that I may be doing, to some people it doesn't seem safe, but again, to each their own. I'm insured, I'm bonded, have I'm registered business. I'm not a fly-by-night guy, so you know, everything I'm doing, I'm liable for. So people can say what they want. I shouldn't really be bothered by it, you know. But then I just rip it. I'll have it out, you know. Some others, I didn't want, because you could have your groundhound on the other side, he could rip it up. But sometimes it's better for him to be right there with the sticks to make sure nothing happens. And if there's a car coming, he could stop them. But yeah, any case, God bless. Nice little video. Any questions, feel free to hit me up. Thank you. But yeah, that's my advice to anybody starting up or any of that. Just be safe. It's not worth it to rush. Take your time. God bless.